The football, let's battle for ball off or however you say it, because tomorrow is the start of the Betway SA20 crickets.
Oh, beautiful.
It's my favorite.
And there's so much money, friend. Yes, talk.
There's lots of money, but also it's my favorite format for cricket is
Okay.
T20.
No, same here. But Len loves test.
Look.
Test.
Look.
Not ODI at least.
Look.
You know what he's going to say? He's a purist.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. But obviously with the Betway SA20, I mean, there's lots of excitement there.
Vibe.
The teams, obviously, there were auctions that happened and lots of exciting talent is going to be on display from tomorrow up until sometime, I think it's on the 20th of Feb, if I'm not mistaken. So definitely can't wait for that. And it's starting off with a bang in PE.
Wow.
Nice.
Did I say it wrong?
Okay.
How am I doing? Ballers, how am I doing?
Okay.
And that is the Sunrisers Eastern Cape versus the Joburg Super Kings.
Yebo, that's a fact. At St. George's Park, you know that band when they start, and it's going to be a vibe, man. It's going
Can we
to
talk
be
about
a
the
vibe.
money, guys?
Yeah. Cool.
Okay.
Let's
because
talk about the money.
what's happening is this. So if you catch one hand, if you catch the ball one hand, right, from a 6, right, that would mean that you get 2 million. So it's a 2 million competition.
Okay, hold on. You get a share of 2 million.
Yes, it's a 2 million competition,
If you're
so you
the
get a
only
share.
one, if you're
On the
the
day.
only one, if you're the only one across the tournament,
Oh,
to
okay.
catch thing, then you get all 2 million. But
Here's the but.
If you are a Betway, if you have a Betway account, then we double it.
Oh.
So there's a lot
Guys.
of money to be made.
so go to the SA20 with a Betway, registered Betway account. That's it. Simple
Yeah.
as that. You one-handed catches. And then doom doom do do doom doom do do doom doom.
Drum rolls again.
Doom, doom, doom. The game of zones. Win a share of 2 million rand simply by placing a bet on any SA20 game at the Betway SA20 and predict the zone that a catch will be taken, and you'll be entered into a draw for an all expenses paid VIP experience to the Betway SA20 final.
I'm sure I'm gonna be
and you'll get your share of that 2 million rand, baby.
Yo,
Can I say
Betway,
something?
everyone from Betway that's watching, you know your girl's coming to the finals, right? Thank you.
Who do you support?
And from what I gathered, when you guys went to the Summer Cup, is that Betway go all out,
It
eh?
was
Oh,
still
All out, baby.
for sure, man. It's we can't wait. I can't wait for the start of the tournament.
Yeah, no, I want to go to the Saturday, actually, T20, eh?
Yeah, this Saturday, Joburg Super Kings versus my city, Cape Town,
I think it will be
at
dope.
Wanderers.
that can be done. Guys, we should go.
I
Let's all go.
will be there.
We
I will be there on
Let's all
Saturday.
go.
Let's
Super
go.
Sub, we going?
Like the SA20, the Betway SA20 is a vibe. Like
It's a vibe.
Yeah, it
it's
is a vibe,
whole
yeah.
experience.
Yeah, it is.
I agree. So we're going. It's official.
Okay,
Ballers,
ballers,
we
we'll
coming?
see
Join
you
us.
there. T20 is the format, you right? Massive KMR 440. And yeah, just trying to go through some of the comments here. Hello, everyone. We talk every day thanks to football. Yeah. Speaking of, let us get back to the football. We are all excited for the Betway SA20, of course, but back to the football. More exciting Betway news coming up for that. However, for now, we're going off to our second home back in the UK. The FA Cup third round has concluded.
Ish, yeah.
Ish.
Sorry.
You're dozing off there, my friend.
It's at night, guys. Again. It's at night, guys. Sorry.
When did you stop being nocturnal?
You know what the thing is? I feel like knocking him because Arsenal's out, so now he says it's boring, whatever. But I can't knock him because he's not wrong.
Shame.
He's not wrong.
And you predicted it, eh?
But I told you guys.
No, you were trying to
Yeah,
jinx.
but
Don't
no,
lie.
of course
I was
he
not
was.
trying
But then-
to jinx. I was being for real.
Yo, but then I was thinking because Salah was not there and who else? I'll tell you now. But I was thinking that maybe then Arsenal will have, a better chance of coming out victorious or even a draw so then they get to have a replay. But that didn't happen.
first of all, nobody wants a replay.
Exactly.
They'd rather be
Exactly.
out of the thing.
Guys,
No,
I
when
feel
you're
like-
competing for the title, you don't want a replay.
But I feel like the people that want a replay are going to be, your lower league teams, as opposed
100%.
to,
Or
your
mid-
guys in the top flight. Because they
Mid-table
need,
Premier League, whatever, you want a replay rather
Exactly.
than to get out, right?
Yeah.
You want to run in the cup.
Yeah, I think if you like,
But for Arsenal, it's a distraction.
Yeah.
whatever.
Unnecessary distraction.
Mm-hmm.
and there's just, I just wish, I know there's a lot of history that comes with the legacy and with
It's
the,
the
FA
oldest
Cup.
football competition.
I get that, right?
since the early 90s, hey?
But I
No,
just
long
feel
before. It's over 100 years old, the
Oh,
FA Cup.
snap.
It's old.
I just feel they can literally do with 32 teams. They don't have to get a whole 64 teams to be studying this competition. Get the 20 Premier League teams and, like they do with the Nedbank Cup.
Yeah.
By the time it's the last 32, it's like literally goes.
Yeah, but Len, I think having like lower division teams, it also exposes young talent and also exposes other players that will never get an opportunity to be at the Emirates. You know what I mean? So
I'm not
I think that's the
disputing
beauty
that.
of the cup.
that's the beauty
I
of the
agree.
cup.
Granted.
That's what sort of like make it different.
I think the competition right now, in modern day times, and the challenges that they may be encountering is that I think it is a competition where it is legacy or sentiment versus financial viability. And obviously, you still want it to still be that, competition that is nostalgic and how it's been. But I mean, for example, this whole situation of replays and how the top teams are not willing to take part of it or do not want to take part of it will then take away from it. But you still want these guys, the top teams to be part of this competition. So, what do we then do? Do we then go for replays, or do we go to a point where we say, okay, so we play one match and we go into penalties? And to be honest with you, the top teams, if they are going to be complaining about, not wanting to play replays, then they should just make sure they win their matches.
My other thing with just generally,
Yeah.
all right, there's just too much football. Just at the base of that, there's way too much
There
football.
can never be too much football.
I think
right?
I've said this. I said this at the start of the season already, that there's too many games for the players.
Yes.
I mean, I
Too
would
many-
love more
yeah,
football
'cause-
as a fan, of course. But there's far too many matches for footballers. And now with VAR, we've seen an increase in injuries because players are standing stagnant on the field, cooling off before the game gets back to play rapidly. But I want to get to the comments here before I have my say on the Arsenal-Liverpool game. I like Sanele Chabalala saying, for a change, Len was spot on.
Yeah, you should have bet with Len, eh? You would have got something.
And then I want to argue with God's secretary saying Arsenal specializes in bottling cups nowadays. I wouldn't say that's
Not the
fair.
FA Cup.
FA Cup, Arsenal's the most
most
successful
successful team,
in the
yeah.
history, but also in recent years. It's
Yeah.
not like it was only in the 80s
Yeah,
and the 90s
no,
that Arsenal
definitely.
won the FA Cup. They've won it recently as well. So I'll argue with that one. And Gift Real G, a regular commenter. 3 consecutive losses for Arsenal, by the way. My thing about the Arsenal game, and this is going to be maybe a bit controversial, whatever. I'm going to sound like Arteta, and I'm going to say the team that deserved to win that game was Arsenal. Arsenal bottled 30 chances in that match.
They should have buried that game.
And they should have beaten West Ham before that as well, where they had 30 plus chances that they should have buried.
So they're not finishing.
They were just unlucky that they didn't play Wigan like Man United did on Monday night, because Man United bottled 30 plus chances against Wigan. And, Arsenal would have had more opportunities against the Wigan and not conceded on the other end. So I think Arsenal were the better side. And what I'm really concerned about with Liverpool, and this isn't a Man United fan speaking, talking trash on Liverpool.
It's Captain Marco speaking.
It's Captain Marco
Oh,
speaking.
Captain Kuna today.
Liverpool have proven time and time again this season that they're slow starters in a game.
Yes.
They use the second half to get going in a game, right? But if they do not fix that, they do not stand a chance of winning the Premier League. If they do not fix their slow start issue, and now Saka away for a little bit, maybe not the biggest
Salah-
issue in the
Salah.
world. Salah, my apologies. Saka maybe should be away for a
He
little
should be
bit.
in
the way
Nigeria.
he's been
Are they
playing.
saying he's overrated? I'm seeing a lot of people say that about Saka these days.
Saka is not overrated.
overrated.
Saka's a
He's
top
very
player. He's
talented.
just going through a dip in form.
Dip in form.
With Salah away a little bit, my bigger concern for
And
Liverpool
Trent
right
is
now is
allegedly-
Trent. That's exactly it.
Trent is allegedly also out.
I will tell you
currently.
exactly the situation with Trent Alexander-Arnold. Where is it written
Because if you don't
down
have
over
if you don't have the
here?
diversity that Trent offers you,
Yeah, because he's invited lately a lot.
yes,
He is a quarterback from right back. He's an incredible player.
He's brilliant, and he
I'll-
gives you more.
yeah.
I've actually lost it on my notes, but I do know that Trent has suffered a tear in his lateral ligament in his knee, which will mean
That's gonna
several
take a
weeks
while,
out for Liverpool. So that's concerning for Liverpool. So they really need to fix that issue of slow starts, and
He's out for about 3 weeks.
But one would argue, Marco, that they're on the 16th game of the Premier League,
they're on top of the league.
and on top of the league. So
And
one could
who's their
say
closest
more of the
competitor
same
right
would,
now?
Yeah, more of the same could win them the league.
No, because City will come back now.
Yeah,
Well, City is definitely on its way back.
And also, I mean, it's there's a lot of people, and I hear the notion that Arsenal is bottling it. City are not what they used to be. Look out for Aston Villa and those narratives. But if you look at the margins between number 1 and number 4, I can even take it to number 5 where Spurs is.
yeah.
The difference is only 6 points. Those are 2 games.
Yeah.
And
So
there's still
easily
about 5
attainable.
months of Premier League football still to go.
Yeah. So
There's still 18 games still to go.
I mean, not that I believe Spurs will go on and win it. I think they concede too many goals. Aston Villa, sure. It would be a real stretch to say Villa's going to win it, but they could if they keep that home form coming and they get some wins on the road.
Yeah.
I think that everyone's rational favorite for the league now today still has to be Manchester City. They're going to come back
I'm
flying.
not going to
On
write
paper-
off
on paper,
Liverpool.
yes.
Liverpool, if you look at Liverpool, guys, Liverpool
And
have
Arsenal.
not. If Liverpool can just turn those draws into wins, then they're going to be talking a different.
But then
Because
we can-
they've only lost one game.
On the same notion, we can say if Arsenal turn those losses into wins, they're also in with a shot. So if they are still drawing, then we can draw the conclusion that they might not win the league.
But they're drawing and they're still on top of the log. Arsenal is not winning and they're number 4 and they were number 1. So what I'm saying is whatever Liverpool is doing, it's working.
Well,
Yeah, look.
we are yet to see what happens in the second half, or is it the second quarter now?
the second half, as it
Second
were,
half,
because I mean,
yes.
20 games played, still about
Yeah.
18
Yeah.
to go.
Yeah,
so-
so second
But
half.
it's the
going
way
to
the
be
top
quite
4 is looking
interesting.
right now, I feel if you are any other sides that are top 4, top 5 right now, and
You're still in with a chance, yeah.
won that, and I'm not speaking like a better Arsenal fan who's angry because his team lost.
The more you put that disclaimer, the more
The
you
more
know
it
that
sounds
you are
like-
bitter.
I've never given that impression because I had said long before the game started that they're not going to go through. But my fear is, like now, City just came back from the Club World Cup now in December. They play in the FA Cup. They're playing in the league. And the Champions League is still coming. And, well, at least City does not have to worry about some of their players coming out for AFCON. So with a lot of these competitions, and as long as you are still in that competition, and the squads are thin, actually. That's what I've noticed.
For everyone.
For everybody, the squads are thin.
Including City.
Yes. So my fear is the less injuries you
I
get.
disagrees with me. But yeah, we'll come back to that. Continue, Len.
I just want everyone to hear you say that Manchester City squad is thin.
It's thin.
With or without the Girona players?
You took it there, Len.
I'm just asking. I'm just asking. But I just feel like generally, like across the board, I think a lot of squads are thin. And it seriously is going to come down to how a lot of the players are actually managed and how much of your star players you're going to have come, say, mid-March, beginning April.
And how much you prepared to shuffle your squad and rotate.
And how smart you are in just placing them there. But I'm also excited. Ivan is back.
Ivan Toney.
And Brentford, I mean, he did say that, he wants to show his gratitude to his team. So I'm very happy. I'm anticipating him coming back with a bang. Hopefully.
Yeah, it's
removing them from
it's,
semi-relegation.
do you want to bet on it? Okay, that joke is old. It's twofold. He can come back and like literally become
The
beast.
like
And I
take
mean,
it.
last season he was top 3 goal scorer. So
Yes, like pick it up where he left it off. Right?
Yeah, for sure.
Or the time away could have actually left him grumpy and not grumpy, but like a little loose nyana and not as sharp as, because there's a reason why when you play on the regular, you know, you keep your form going. So
Yes.
him training there in his backyard is not the same as him playing against Man United or Tottenham Hotspur.
I agree, but I think he's driven. And I think the statement that he put out to say that, you know, he wants to show his gratitude, that means that his mindset is already in the right place. So I think that might just be the one thing that's going to set him apart. But let's see what happens. And also,
boy,
he might
Brentford
also be
need him
leaving.
back.
I wonder what's going to happen.
And then
They need him back.
I agree
they
with
said
you.
he's either going to Chelsea, stories, or he might be going to you guys. Arsenal. So we are yet to see what happens. Yes, Super Sub, you were
No, I
saying.
was saying I agree with what you're saying. And coming back to Arsenal, I think Arsenal they actually need a goal poacher.
They do.
And Ivan Toney is the guy. You know,
Jesus
Can they
can't save
afford him?
Arsenal. Ne?
even Jesus can't save you right now, my
I
friend.
said last week.
Yeah.
Because
Said last
those
week
chances,
you must go to Rome and fetch a diamond from Rome.
you know, and that's the difference between Arsenal and your City. You will have Haaland out there injured, and they will still go and score 5 goals. You know, Arsenal, you've got your strikers, but they're not firing, and if your strikers are not firing, you're not gonna win.
Nketiah is not the okay. We're gonna depend on you to actually
He's
take us to
not
the
the-
promised land.
I don't think he's the guy, because somebody actually said if I were Arsenal, I was gonna even suggest maybe loaning out a swap deal loan with Ivan Toney.
For Brentford to take Eddie Nketiah in a
Someone
swap deal.
suggested
who is
that. Who's an
swapping
Arsenal
for?
fan?
Ivan Toney. For me, the Ivan Toney thing is simple. He's a great goal scorer. Great goal scorers don't lose that. There's no losing that ability to score goals the way that he does. He might struggle to find the form that he was, but he's going to score goals.
The way I was looking for was rusty. Sorry.
Oh, it's a bit rusty.
Well, he might be a
Or
bit
not
rusty.
loose.
He might come back. Hey, well, that was my term. So, Ivan Toney, I think he's a great striker. He's going to come back flying. Coming to the comments here, obviously Kevin De Bruyne is back. Woo! And he came for an assist. Came on for an assist. Okay, effect up third round assist. But anyway, he came on assist 4 minutes in to his return to the team, and he was phenomenal. But he
for
changed
me-
the team. He's a top player.
For me, what stand out is the way he played. It looked like he didn't play like a player that's coming back from an injury. Like he was the fluidity in his passes and his runs. It just to show you that, you know, the institution that is called Manchester City, it's second to none. my
No,
friend.
Kevin De Bruyne is that
Is
good.
his smile irritating you a little bit?
Kevin De Bruyne is that good. I mean, yes,
He's
we
that
can
good.
credit some of it to Man City, but De Bruyne
No, the
is
medicals
that
and
good.
everything, and you know. But what I'm saying is, look, I mean, the guy is back, and I think he looks really good. You can't really say that he was out for so long. I mean, Len, this guy hasn't played football this season.
So
basically,
are you saying he is the ace in the pack that Pep has been waiting for this whole time?
not
I
necessarily.
think they've got. I think City missed De Bruyne slightly less than people talk about.
True.
And the thing is, he's an easy person to choose when you're looking for someone to miss because he's the best player in the league. Probably.
I'll tell you who City misses. It's Gundogan.
Gundogan is
No,
the one.
definitely.
I agree.
Yeah.
Well,
Definitely.
Because without Rodri, that's when we've seen City struggle. And if Gundogan was in that side,
Just pushes
it
back.
would have helped.
Yeah.
You know,
And
is that
and
you
Rodri-
can have one or the other
And Rodri, disciplinary wise,
is a concern.
yeah,
He's a concern.
He likes getting himself. in
He's a
very-
little bit reckless.
Yes.
Yeah, but you know, a defensive midfielder is going to accumulate a certain number of yellow
Of course,
cards,
like
and he's going
Casemiro.
to like Casemiro did, and you're going to find yourself suspended at some point in the season, and that's where City have really suffered. I think is that position. But with Haaland coming back, with De Bruyne coming back,
And they still have Foden and then the nice combination of Nunes.
Boy.
What is this thickness that you were talking about?
yeah, what were you saying? This is what I was saying.
It's nice.
This is
It's
what I
nice
was
to
saying.
watch.
Going front, City, I think it's very strong, but I think in the midfield, there's no depth there. You know, if Rodri gets red card or he gets injured again, we've got problems there.
Hence I said earlier on that this run of the last 18 games left in the league is literally going to depend on discipline, and how squad
And fitness.
And
is
fitness.
managed, and fitness.
Yeah,
and
I
injuries
mean,
and stuff.
the medicals will have to